This video contains spoilers for everything within the Danganronpa universe except for V3. If you haven't played V3 then you're safe, but be aware that everything else is fair game. Enjoy the video. Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel nothing. That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. Hello and welcome to Danganronpa 101, the series that breaks down everyone and everything in the Danganronpa world. And today we are going to be attempting to unravel the web of the ultimate gambler and the queen of liars, Celestia Ludenberg. Celestia Ludenberg is a cold and calculative individual who made up part of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy. Celestia carries herself in a very regal manner, going so far as to replicate Victorian-style mannerisms, following a strict code of etiquette as a lady, while simultaneously looking down upon all those around her. In addition, Celestia is also best characterized as manipulative, exceedingly ambitious, and a pathological liar, which has even led to her being dubbed as the Queen of Liars. As a result, it's actually quite difficult to delve into Celestia's past on a factual basis, because for example, Celestia has stated that her father was of French nobility, while her mother was a member of a German family of talented musicians. However, we do know that that is completely fabricated, as is her name, Celestia Ludenberg. In fact, Celestia's real name is Taiko Yasuhiro, and she was almost certainly born in Japan. Although probably the most solid piece of information we know about Celestia is that she owned a cat whom she named Grand Bois Cherie Ludenberg, the pronunciation of which I've probably butchered because I'm pathetic at French, but Celestia loved him dearly and is quite possibly the only other life form on this world that she values other than her own. At some stage during her childhood, Celestia began to actively aspire to become European royalty, completely reshaping herself in terms of appearance and personality in order to fit the role. Although her grand dream was oddly more specific than that, as Celestia wished to live in a fancy castle populated by aesthetically appealing male servants, dressed exclusively as vampires. A simple dream really, but one that Celestia thought could only be accomplished through the accumulation of insane amounts of wealth, which brought Celestia to the art of gambling. Aiming to acquire as much money as humanly possible, Celestia found herself in the world of high-stakes gaming and has even bet her life on multiple occasions in games like Russian Roulette Mahjong in order to make her dream a reality. Although I should say that that is according to Celestia herself, whose words we've established are not to be trusted under any circumstances. Whatever the case, Celestia did come to be a true force to be reckoned with inside of the underground gambling circuit, and became well known for alleviating people of all of their money. And this is the reputation that caught the eye of Koichi Kizakura, a talent scout of Hope's Peak Academy, where Celestia was subsequently offered a place amongst the 78th class, bearing the title of the Ultimate Gambler. And despite her established cold and isolated persona, there is evidence to suggest that Celestia greatly enjoyed her time with the rest of the class. That is until they would be sealed away within Hope's Peak Academy after the tragedy struck the world and Celestia had her memories erased by the ultimate despair and fellow classmate Junko Enoshima, and was then forced to participate in the Killing School Life killing game. Now, one might say that this environment was more akin to Celestia's natural habitat than her studies at Hope's Peak ever were, and she was accustomed to placing her life on the line for the purpose of games. However, this was far from the truth, as Celestia despised being imprisoned within the academy and was desperate to escape because she knew that it would not be possible to achieve her dream in a place like this. Regardless, Celestia did quickly adapt to her situation, going on to be exceptionally helpful, introducing the culprits of the first two class trials, and even adopting a manservant in the form of Hifumi Yamada, who developed a twisted relationship with Celestia and even came to refer to her as mistress. This is despite the fact that Hifumi's interests allegedly lay exclusively in 2D characters. But this relationship would play a gigantic role in Celestia's ambition, as the third motive revealed was a prize of $10 million cash for whoever quote-unquote graduates the academy, aka murders one of their classmates and gets away with it. And with everything we know about Celestia thus far, it should not be surprising that this was more than enough to kick her into action, using her keen intellect to develop a very convoluted plan, which involved manipulating Hifumi into murdering Kiyotaka Ishimaru, before going on to murder Hifumi herself and framing Yasuhiro Hagakure. With that said, Celestia's plot was uncovered in the third class trial, after which her regal mannerisms evaporated and she reverted to a state of being that was, how shall we say, unbecoming of a lady. Furthermore, unlike the other students of the 78th class who became murderers for the sake of the killing game, once Celestia was found guilty, she showed absolutely no remorse for her actions, insisting that achieving her dream was paramount. Celestia then willingly accepted her execution, stating that she wanted to be reincarnated as Marie Antoinette and claiming not to be afraid, the latter statement simply becoming the final in a long course of lies that Celestia had been telling her entire life. Celestia's method of execution was called the Burning of the Versailles Witch, a method which began by lighting a fire around her, akin to a witch hunt, before a sudden fire truck appeared, crashing ironically into Celestia and killing her instantly. Some more fun facts about Celestia Ludenberg. Due to her overtly regal nature, Celestia has a habit of ranking men, assigning them a grade between A to F, which is supposedly helpful in decisions regarding who to turn into one of her future servants. Celestia's cat, Grand Bois Cherie Ludenberg, would become a featured character in Ultra Despair Girls, as a target of the Warriors of Hope, who believe the cat to be a monstrous demon mimicking the appearance of an adorable kitty. And finally, a truly useless fact about underwear. During Celestia's school life, she wore dark undergarments featuring tulle lace, which was said to give off the distinct air of a queen. Furthermore, according to quote-unquote rumors, apparently a C-rank human cannot bear to gaze upon them. But that pretty much does it for Celestia Ludenberg. If you enjoyed this video and the content this channel produces in general, then please do consider donating to the New World Review Patreon, because the support of all of you amazing people is what continues to make this channel possible. And if Patreon isn't quite your style, then please do leave this video a like, share, or subscribe, because it also helps support this channel an incredible amount. And if you'd like to join the fun at any time, then please do head over to my Discord server, where a wide array of shenaniganry takes place on a daily basis. And finally, please do comment with who, what, or where you'd like to see featured in the next Danganronpa 101.